Cole Custer, more development, or did Stewart Haas Racing just need a car open? That is amongst many topics that Miss Lee and Taz talked about on this week's Race Chat Live. Listen in.
Right. And one thing I want to point out, too, a strong point day from a guy that shockingly has been quiet this year for the Xfinity Series, Cole Custer.
Right.
A fourth in stage one, fifth in stage two, and third at the end of the race. I mean, that's worth something to notice because you would think Cole Custer is a heavy favorite to start the season when he went back down, and he's been very quiet.
Very quiet, but he's got something to prove.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, did they send him down for more development reasons, or did they just want him out because I feel like there was development reasons, but I feel like Tony Stewart wanted Custer to go down because he maybe saw something in Ryan Preece that maybe Cole Custer's not filling in with.
Well,
I mean, that's my thought.
Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up. Was it because they wanted that car open, but they wanted to keep Cole within the family? Or like you said, was it more for a development kind of thing?
I mean, I could see the development kind of thing being that at the end of this year, we know the 4 car is open, and we possibly could see the 10 car be open too. So Stewart potentially could have 2 Cup cars open by the end of the year. Obviously, we know Harvick is retiring, so we know there's definitely 1 car open. We don't know what's going on with Almirola as of yet right now.
Right.
And, of course, everyone wants to sit here and think. Go ahead.
Well, Almirola last year, talked about retiring. This year, there's been no talk of him retiring. So that one's definitely a toss-up.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a toss-up. And I, as much as I want to pull for Almirola in some of these races, I just think that I don't think he's got much left in the Cup Series, if anything at all. I mean, he's never been never was and never been a top guy.
Right.
And we know there's sponsorship dollars behind him, especially with Smithfield backing him, because he had Smithfield when he was with
exactly.
He had Smithfield when he was with Richard Petty in the 43 car, and then when he moved over to Stewart, Smithfield went with him. So we know it's the sponsorship dollars that is still help backing him right now. But of course, Stewart's got to think of it of whatever driver he's got to pull in. They got to bring in sponsorship dollars, and with how things are looking,
can they also get a driver that maybe Smithfield could get behind, provided they are willing to stay as a sponsor in NASCAR?
Yeah, and that's where I think the Josh Berry conversations have to come in, right? Because, yeah, he's got that KHI management deal, but everyone's thinking Josh Berry because with Kevin Harvick going to the 4. Well, regardless if he's going to the 4, if that's a said done deal, or if he could be going somewhere on the SHR side, or if he's looking into Cup, maybe he's lacking a little bit of sponsorship dollars, and maybe with the KHI backing, he might have that sponsorship secured maybe a little bit more often, especially if he's looking to go to Cup and maybe joining Stewart-Haas, because right now that's the only lead we got, and Josh Berry is right now the only driver that's been talked about of going from Xfinity to Cup.